to episode 11 of Coffee Chats with Mum and Bro. This is season 2. A little bit different to our our other episodes where we were doing more myth debunking, more science-based stuff. These ones are getting to know us, learning about our obstacles and just, getting to know us.
Yep, what you're saying, definitely. It's all about getting to know us, our thoughts around things. I guess the one thing we want to say is these are our thoughts, and this is how we perceive things, and we're open to people disagreeing or agreeing, but we just got to be real with you guys and let you know how our minds are, and we understand that people have their own thoughts around certain topics, but all we want to do on this style of podcast is let you know how we deal with issues that everyone faces and our mindset around it to push through and keep hitting our goals, and pretty much how we do it. So you're either going to agree or not, but that's not what these podcasts are about. They're not to please everyone.
And that's not to say that we are right as well in the way we think or you guys are wrong. It's just to say there's different minds out there, different opinions. This is just ours. Yeah. So on today's topic, I want to ask you a bit of a sensitive one, but what your thoughts are, if you've ever dealt with depression or anxiety in your life.
I've never been diagnosed with depression or anxiety, but like this is a very open one for our viewers, but it's I've freaking had some dark days, real dark days, and days where I couldn't get out of bed, days where I couldn't even roll over to check my phone, so I don't know if that's depression. Days where I couldn't get to the gym, days where I literally couldn't even go outside, and through other factors, external factors getting to me, and just having a low sense of finding it hard to be happy. And so I don't know what the definition of
that is,
of it is, but I can just share from my experiences what I've done in that. And to me, I'm always as hard as life can get, there's always someone worse off than you. There really is. And as good as life can get, there's always someone doing better than you. And so try not to get into your emotions too much. It's good to talk about your emotions, but at the end of the day, you can't be ruled by your emotions, because I've had some low moments. I'm sure you'll touch on yours shortly, but you can't let it get to you. You can't. And so what I do is you got to stay busy. I think as a dude, and as I said, you were going to talk about the female perspective soon, but I feel best after an honest day's work, done all the shit I needed to do. I get home in the evening, and that's when I feel my best. I feel terrible when I have mucked around all day, done nothing, have no goals, achieved nothing. And I can say that because I'm in a very fortunate position. I've traveled the world the last year, and I've had some of my darkest days while traveling the world. And this is to enlighten people and let them know that it's not all about where you are or what you're doing, and the Instagram lifestyle can look cool. But I've also met people overseas that live in fake lives, and it's all for show. It really is. You're amazed at how many people are just full of shit.
I'm sorry, you just told me a story beforehand of, just a night out that you had and something you told me. I probably shouldn't say it on here, but that just, it brings me back to people do have fake lives that they live on social media.
And you'll be surprised. And so I think one thing for me as a dude is to set yourself goals and be relentless in the pursuit of them. Be relentless. And it's gonna suck. But lean into that energy. If it didn't suck, it'd be easy. And everything is good energy and bad energy. So if you feel like shit, you can get good energy back. And it's all about trying to focus your stuff on positives. And for me, that's exercise, that's working on myself, working on my business. Because now delving into what I've seen, having worked with literally hundreds, if not thousands of people, is there's a common theme between those that have a more happy, positive way of looking at life and those that don't. And look, this is not me having a go at people, but I'm, as I said at the start, going to share what I know and what I've seen. And a lot of the time, the people that are quite down, I don't really see them doing much to help themselves. They they might be upset, they might be down, but they're not putting in the effort or the hard yards. And for me, that means, to me, you're not really willing to put in the work, which means how upset are you?
Or either do something about it or stop complaining.
Yeah, and I know that's very harsh and people don't want to hear it, but there's also 7 billion people on this planet. We all have days where we all have some terrible things happen to us.
Yeah.
I think in a way it's a little bit selfish to feel as though your life is harder than everyone else's, because there's always someone else there worse off. Having lived in Thailand, a third world country, you see what it's like to have no money. You see what it's like.
They're the happiest people.
And they're the happiest as well. And so it puts things in perspective. I come back home to New Zealand and I'm like the overall quality of life, at least it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And I know people will disagree. But I'm just going to say it how it is from what I've seen, having lived in actual countries where no one's making a cent, and seeing their lifestyle and what they have to do to be happy. Like, I know this might be deep, but in Thailand there's, and I love the Thai culture, but there's a lot of there's like a massive sex industry over there.
Yeah.
And those poor girls have to put themselves out there every day just to make a buck.
Yes.
And so everyone has their own issues that they're struggling with, but it's how you perceive them and what are you doing about it. And all you can do is work on yourself, work on your health, and that's always helped me on days that I'm feeling down, weeks that I'm feeling down. You just got to keep pushing through. Because on the other side, it's allowed me to live a life that I'm happy with. I can do things that I want.
Yeah.
And it's come with a lot of sacrifice and hard work, but I think that's the price you pay to feel good.
And it's paid off as well.
Yeah,
worth it.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on this?
Mine's very similar to yours. I am very much like, stop bitching, just start doing. I have a very strong mindset with it, but obviously there is depression and anxiety out there. Need to acknowledge that, and some people are allowed to be in those spaces because some people do have a lot of things going on. But I do think it's a lot of it, you can probably do a lot of stuff about it as well. And I think for me, it's like you as well. I'm too busy to even think about anything that's going on in my life, or if something does happen in my life, it's like, okay, well, again, that's out of my control. What can I do to make sure that I'm still, not going to fall down that path? Because it is easy, adulthood, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is hard. So what can you do to just continue on, just making sure you're not going to get to that anxious or depressive state. And that's what, with working with the girls as well, I think for females it is easy to get depressed or just kind of mope around. I don't know what the difference is. I think us females do struggle a lot more with our insecurities and just body image and just getting into our own heads. And I've definitely struggled with that in the past. But I think we need to learn and acknowledge the good that we do have, and acknowledge and learn to love ourselves before we can continue to, go upwards. But it's definitely, I think females and males are a little bit different.
Yeah, I feel with dudes, there's a lot of expectation on dudes, and the way the world is at the moment, I feel that all gets disregarded. We talk about men's mental health, but we don't really give anyone any solutions.
Yes.
And I feel the best thing a dude can do is set goals, chase them.
Yeah.
You feel good when you achieve them, and it might take you years.
Yeah.
But when you hit those milestones, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
And the solutions now for people that are watching, I think the gym's huge.
Yes.
I think the gym is massive. Getting outside is huge, and hanging with good people is huge. You can do these 3 things.
Yeah.
You're going to be feeling a lot better about yourself.
Yeah.
I know that's helped me out.
Yeah. Well, I went to a Girls in Business event a couple of weeks ago, and there was a lady who stood up there, and she was so inspirational. And her and her husband run a business that's called She's Not Your Rehab. And saying that sounds like it's a lot of based towards a female, but it's a men's mental health program where they have books, and it was just really cool. So I think I just wanted to share that in case some men are listening. And it is hard to know who to talk to if you're going on with stuff. But it's the same for females as well. I think we have, especially with social media, this image that we need to present ourselves, because you see all these beautiful women online. But going back to what you said, sometimes it's not realistic. We're putting our best parts, even me.
Yeah.
I put my best parts online. Like those are my highlights of my life. I'm not going to be vulnerable on there. These are a space where we can be a little bit more vulnerable, but on, reels and everything, you're showing your highlights. So it's just remembering that and doing what you can to control your own emotions, I guess.
Cool. That's good topic to touch on. I think it's going to help our viewers. And for those that are watching, Monique mainly works with females, I mainly work with dudes, but we've created communities where people can come together to support each other, because we understand how difficult it can be if you are on your own journey, or if you don't feel as though you've got people around you that are helping you out. So that's a big thing of what we do here at Motion Fitness, is obviously the training and nutrition is a part of it, but it's also your mindset and being part of a group of people that are on similar journeys, and we can help share and help support.
So cool.
We'll have all the links in the description if you do want help around this. We go down the path of improving your health through fitness and nutrition, because that's what we believe in. I do believe that is a good point, rather than always going to like therapy and that. I do believe it does start from yourself, and therapy is something that you do in conjunction with working on yourself. So
I agree with that.
That's where I come from, and hopefully that can help you guys out if you are going through a bit of a tough time at the moment.
Thank you guys for getting in depth with us, and we'll see you on the last episode.
Of this
12
season.
For season 2.
Sweet.
Let's go, baby.
Let's
Cheers.
Go. The awkward one.